gonna start. Okay.
Hi guys. Welcome to UnMute. Hi.
Hello guys. I'm Randy, and with me here is Esther. Today we have a very short story to discuss. UnMute is a channel that we discuss all matters concerning life, relationship, what have you, or anything you can think of. So when we think it's important and it's something you can relate with and it's something that can impact, something that we can learn from, and we will discuss. And of course, with the knowledge we have or our experiences, we use that to discuss, and you can also do that from the comment section. Also feel free to send us any stories that you think will be good for us to discuss, and you may never know, someone somewhere needs this to take a step.
So it goes, I wanted to be a billionaire by the age of 30. It was a literal goal. I wanted to be the African version of Bill Gates or Warren Buffett. My parents always told me to work hard and the money will come. It just seemed like the price you got for checking all the boxes. And I always checked the boxes. I made straight A's. I went to Howard University. I worked at Goldman Sachs after graduating. The plan was to make money, build relationships, then return to Ghana and create some businesses. So this person is Ghanaian. Okay. But my first business took too long to get off the ground. Then I got frustrated and poured all my savings into another business. Both of them were self-sustaining for a while, but it's been a struggle since then. Right now, I'm trying to raise more funds and it's not going well. And I am a far reach from where I wanted to be. My confidence is shaking. I'm unsure of my next step, and I'm approaching 40. I'm trying to manage the disappointment by changing my perspective. I try to remind myself that I have a beautiful wife and son. I've employed people, and I've had some great experiences. I no longer feel the need to be a billionaire. My new goal is to My new goal is to have a successful business that I can work at every day. But in the back of my mind, I keep wondering, am I developing a more realistic perspective, or is this what quitting sounds like? What do you think?
I didn't really understand the story, honestly.
You don't understand the story?
Yeah.
Really?
Yes.
So,
what's the point?
He wanted to be a billionaire, where he had all these expectations. He wanted to be a billionaire by 30. He wanted to be African version of Bill Gates, obviously make so much money. His parents wanted him to work hard and money will come. So he just felt like being a billionaire was the price,
Yeah.
And then, he started off well, got A's, went to the best universities, worked. After graduating, he worked at a very nice, prestigious place. And like he said, the plan was to make money, build relationships, and then return back to Ghana and create some businesses.
Yeah.
Just like the Bill Gates and all the, known billionaires and all that. Then his first business took too long to get off the ground. He got frustrated, put all his savings in the business. He started another business, put some money. So now he's trying to raise funds and it's not going well. He has a wife, he has a son, he has people he's employing. So obviously he has a business or businesses now. He's employed people, he has a family, a beautiful family, and he has had some great experiences. But obviously he thinks it's not enough. Yeah, so he's asking now. So he has a new goal now, which is to have a successful business that he can just go to every day. But in the back of his mind, he's still thinking, is he developing a more realistic perspective or is he quitting? So he obviously has a perspective of what success is, because already, like he said, he wants to be a billionaire, he wants to be like Bill Gates, and he's obviously comparing his own journey with the people that he's looking up to. Yeah. And he feels like what he has achieved or what he's done is not enough. It feels like now he's settling. Is he settling, or Does he have a new perspective to life, or is he settling? He's just comparing himself. Like, everyone's journey is different, right? We have all of these great people, Bill Gates and the rest of them, but their story is not your story.
Yeah.
Right? You have to pave your own path. And yes, they can be a source of inspiration, but you should not exactly compare yourself. Your story or your process doesn't necessarily have to be exactly the same as theirs, and your outcome doesn't have to be the same as theirs. Again, like I said, they can just be there as inspiration, but you must not compare yourself and feel down, that you're not doing enough if your journey or your story doesn't sound or seem exactly the same as these people that you're looking up to. And again, it's good, it's fine to have new goals, new perspectives to life. We're growing, The dreams that you had 10, 15 years ago, it's fine for them to change as life unfolds.
Yeah.
He has a beautiful wife, he has a son, he has family.
So what else is he looking for? I think, I read this not too long ago. I read it somewhere that, we are all trying to make money. So after making the money, what next? And someone wrote in the comment that enjoyment. So after making money, the next thing is enjoyment. So in this life, what is the goal? Is it to make money? Of course, we all want to live comfortably, but after making it, what next? So I think there's something else that we also need to think about with regards to our existence or our purpose in this life, or where we find ourselves. Because of course, that's why we're all working. In fact, if you don't work, you cannot pay your bills, take care of your family. So with this guy, I think, I don't want to come across as he shouldn't be ambitious. He should, but honestly, if you have a business, you have a beautiful wife and a child, or children are taken care of, what next? Maybe what he needs to do next is to reach out and give back. The little, or influence. His circle. Make sure that people around him are also comfortable. Maybe teach, transfer the kind of experience or the kind of knowledge he has gained over the years, and to anyone, I think that will be more fulfilling than trying to become like Bill Gates or Elon Musk, because of course, like you said, everyone's journey is different and we all cannot be the same. If we are all president, who will be minister? So I think, to me, he is fine. He shouldn't worry, and take it one step at a time. Of course, there's a saying that after climbing one hill, you realize that there are many more hills to climb. That is, if you attain an achievement or a success or a milestone, you realize, no, there's more you have to do. I think it's how God created us, or it's how life is. Growing up, you would want to do something, something. When you get it, like for example, you want to buy a car, and then when you get a car, now you have the car. This is what you wanted, but now you're looking at, no, I don't want this car. I want a Tesla. I want, a B. I want a Mercedes. So you see that after getting the car, you are not satisfied.
Yeah. You
still want something else. So, can we be satisfied in this world? What do you think?
You can't be satisfied, and I'm going to go spiritual now, because you cannot be satisfied with the things of this world.
Mm-hmm.
Your satisfaction, my satisfaction, your satisfaction should come from God.
Mm-hmm.
He's the only one that can fully, truly satisfy you. And that is why you have people like, you have the, high and the mighty. You hear stories of celebrities that they have it all. They are rich. You hear things like, you hear them committing suicide.
Yeah.
Or you hear stuff like, oh, this happened or that happened. You would think that their material gains would satisfy them, but like you said, you don't get satisfied. It's one thing after the other.
Yeah.
So we have to understand that there is more to life than just the material things and the things that you see, and that's where the spiritual comes in. Only God can satisfy. There is that vacuum in man that only God can satisfy, such that whether you're quote and unquote successful or not,
Mm-hmm.
you're still satisfied. You have something deep down that brings you joy and satisfaction in whatever situation that you find yourself. And if you do not have that satisfaction, this is my opinion, if you do not have God to satisfy you. There is nothing that you're going to achieve in this world that will make sense. You will keep looking for, because you will keep reaching out for that satisfaction, but you won't get it, because it's only God that can fill that vacuum.
Okay, I mean, I don't want to stretch the point you made that it's only God, but someone will ask how is that process? Yes, I know God can satisfy you, but how is that satisfaction? Is it a feeling? Is it a state of mind, or what is it? What is that kind of satisfaction?
It is whatever. It is whatever.
Or is it a peace?
Yes, it is whatever you call it to be. It could be a feeling, it could be a state, it could be the peace, it could be whatever. It's just you knowing, accepting, and knowing God and accepting Him, and then you have that consciousness. That's just what it is. It's not rocket science. It's not so much of a big deal. It's just knowing God and accepting Him, and accepting that, okay, you are my satisfaction.
So does it mean that we shouldn't be ambitious? I mean, because
of course, if it doesn't stop you from being ambitious, why would it stop?
If Bill Gates is there, of course, anyone can be Bill Gates, anyone can be Elon Musk. So why can't we strive to be there?
Yes, you can strive to be there, but the fact or the thing that we are trying to say is that you can be ambitious, but your ambition or your quest for the material things or the things of this world would never satisfy you, because you will keep looking and looking and looking. It would never satisfy you. This is not to say don't be ambitious. Of course, why not? We all want money. We all want the fine things of life. We all want the good life. We all want to be able to give back, right? Yeah. But just to say that all of these things will never ever be enough to satisfy your soul.
Okay.
Yeah. So, and funny thing is, even without the spiritual, let's even take the spiritual aside now. The guy has said that, I think that one of the issues that I see here is that he has these expectations, expectations that have not been met. And he needs to maybe rearrange his expectations and redefine what success truly is for him per time. Because he has said that he has a beautiful wife and son. So obviously he has a good family. And he has employed people. And he's also had some great experiences. So I'm sure that he's probably doing well where he is. But obviously to him, he already had this picture of what success should look like for him. Do you get? And he's not looking like that picture that he has. And so he feels like he's unsuccessful. But, you have, what else do you need? You have your family, you've got people you're employing. Probably. So for him to be able to employ people, maybe his business is doing well. And he's had some great experiences. So I think that he's pretty much okay where he is. So, I mean, and again, he said, one of the questions that he asks is, am I developing a more realistic perspective? Yeah, I would say yes. I would say yes. Yeah, he's not, and he's also asking, or is this what quitting sounds like? You have to be satisfied first.
Quitting in terms of,
in terms of he hasn't reached
the richest man.
Yes, he hasn't reached. And again, like I always say that success is relative. Yes, it's relative. Your success, my success, is different from your own success. What is success to me will be different from what is success to you. Right? Bill Gates is successful. That's fine. That's what success is for him. But my own success could just be having my family, raising, godly kids, or having a nice, lovely family. That could be success to me, and that's fine.
Yeah.
I get it. But I'm not going to look at someone else's success and compare my own success and say, oh no, I'm not successful because I don't look like that person.
Okay. All right. So are we concluding on this?
Concluding on what?
Yeah.
So you're saying now, okay. So you conclude.
Anyway, yes.
Yeah, I think we've said, yeah.
I mean, it's neither here nor there. If you want to be the richest man, you can be. You can also be, satisfied with whatever you have, or be content with whatever you have, and live. But to me, I think the most important thing is to inspire and influence. It's not about being the top, at the top. Of course, you can influence from the top, but wherever you find yourself, you should influence people positively, and I think that's the most important thing. So, I think we can conclude here, and then We'll see you another time. This is UnMute.
Just tell us what you think. Do you think, like the question, do you think he was developing a more realistic perspective, or do you think that he was quitting? What do you think? Give us your opinion in the comment section.
In the comment, so you can read and then also advise accordingly. So
thank you so much. See you in the next one.
Bye-bye.